Dragons. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are having an awesome day. Today I'm going to be doing the Jessie stack of TBR. Deck? It's a deck. Jessie stack of TBR. So I am going to be planning my books for April. So I thought it'd be fun to finally use my TBR cards and not just stare at them in the gorgeous art. So let's pick out my books for April. So I am going to be sort of prioritizing my NetGalley reads. Like if I have one that fits the prompt, I'm going to be choosing those just because, you know, like the reason I asked for them and I need to like my thoughts in a sort of prompt manner. So like I'm going to be reading them anyway. I might as well have it fit a prompt if I can. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a shuffle. The way this works is you roll a d6 and then that's how many books you're going to choose from. So I got 4. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 4. Alrighty. So let's see what we got. Ooh, I have this We Not Lincoln from Forever Mood. Great candle. Let's look at my 4. So the first card is Toni Morrison in Memoriam, and it is literary fiction or nonfiction by a deceased BIPOC author. So let's see what I have. Hi Aria. Let's see what I have. So, well, no, it wouldn't be on my, I can't do that one on my NetGalley because those are all new books. Duh. Wow. So let's see what's on, let's see what I've been dying to read. I do have some physical books that would probably fit it, but while the semester's still going on, my physical book reading drops off fairly significantly. So I'm going to see if I can find like an audio book. That's how I listen to most of my books during the semester because it's just a lot easier. So I'm going to go to my TBR, which if you haven't seen my video about how I organize my TBR, I will link it up above. But I'm going to search for, well, I guess it can be, it's any BIPOC, right? Yeah, it's any BIPOC, literary fiction or nonfiction by deceased BIPOC author. Okay. I don't think I have BIPOC as, like, I usually put like the exact ethnicity or nationality. I don't have like BIPOC as like a keyword. I should have BIPOC as a keyword. Make it easier. You know what? Actually, let's look at my script and see if, load please. Okay, you know what? This is working. I'm gonna grab the physical book. 1 second. Alright, so this is my Angelou poems, and so, I mean, it's probably technically not literary fiction, but it is kind of like, it's poetry, so it's not quite nonfiction, not quite literary fiction. I'm going to say it counts, because I got this book a while back, because I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and I loved it. I was like, I need to read more Maya Angelou, and then I bought this book, and then I haven't had a chance to actually read it yet, because I have to be like in a mood for poetry, so maybe next month I can force myself to be in the poetry mood. That's how reading works. Alright, first one down. Next, we have Victor Lavelle. So we have horror/paranormal fiction with strong social themes. I'm gonna say probably, I wonder if The Only Good Indians is on audiobook. Hold on. Because that would be like my preference. I know Stephen Graham Jones writes a lot of sort of, I don't know if that one counts as horror, if it's more on the thriller side, but it's the first thing I'm thinking of. But I also don't like horror typically, so I would lean a little bit more towards the thrillery aspect anyway. Why is the script after? It's legitimately not loading. Hold on, I think I can get on the script from my laptop, so maybe that'll help. Because I want to read The Only Good Indians. It's been on my list. I'm slightly worried about it scaring me, but I also just want to read the book, so I will try not to die. I didn't remember my password. Okay, yay, The Only Good Indians is on script, so I will be listening to The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones on audiobook, and hopefully it won't scare myself senseless while I'm at it. Alright, the next one is telephone. So friend picks word, read a book with that word in the title. FaceTime my sister. Hopefully she's not at work. Hi, I need you to pick a word.
Can it be a compound word?
So I'm doing like a TBR video for next month, and the prompt is friend picks a word, and I have to read a book with that word in the title. So try not to pick like a made up word. That doesn't, that wouldn't be in a book title.
Blueberry.
Blueberry?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find a book that has blueberry.
You can do that one.
Oh, Blueberries for Sal.
Yeah.
I guess children's books count. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I woke her up. Okay, one second. I'm pretty sure I have the physical copy still. Okay, so apparently I don't have the copy, so it must be at my mom's house, who's not in my state. So I'm gonna search and see. I don't think I have anything with blueberry on my TBR, so I might just have to search, because I know I don't own anything. Yeah, okay, didn't think so. Blueberry, why give me blueberry? My sister's so vindictive. Blueberry. No, but there's a PDF on growing blueberries. Okay, here's some books. Is there audiobooks? Blueberry Muffin Murder by Joanne Fluke. Look at that. So what's the premise for this? Okay, so it's part of her series where she has like Hannah, who's a baker in Minnesota. So Hannah's popular Minnesota bakery, the cookie jar, is best known for its tempting confections until best-selling cookbook author and television personality Connie McIntyre is murdered in its pantry. Despite police warnings to steer clear of the case, Hannah is soon chasing down a bevy of suspicious characters. So I've read one other book in the series before. I think I liked it okay, so I could do that one, so I'll save it. Although I might just do that because it's Minnesota and Jesse's from Minnesota, oh my gosh. So I might do that in their honor. But I will see, because there was another one that looked like it might be interesting. There's Spring at Blueberry Bay, Twilight at I can't read today. Twilight at Blueberry Barrens by Colleen Coble. I think that is all the blueberries I am going to get. Other than, oh, they have an audiobook of Blueberries for Sal. But that'd be like a super short audiobook, so, okay, let's see. Spring at Blueberry Bay, an utterly perfect, feel-good romantic comedy. Okay, tells you right up what you're in for. When Bella finds a dashing homeless man on her doorstep, she invites him into her cottage and into her life, but Isaac's keeping a secret from her, this woman who he hadn't expected to fall for. She can't ignore the chemistry between them, but she's had her trust broken before. Will Bella run when she learns the truth, or could he be man to help her love again? Okay. Twilight at Blueberry Barrens by Colleen Coble. Kate Mason has devoted herself to caring for her family's blueberry barrens, but after her fields stop producing fruit, she's forced to come up with alternative ways to make a living. Renting out the small cottage on her property seems an obvious choice, but it won't be enough. When entrepreneur Drake Newham shows up looking not only for a place to rent, but also for a nanny for his two nieces, it's almost too good to be true. Maybe it is, because Drake brings with him dangerous questions about who might be out to kill his family. The more time Kate spends with Drake and the girls, the more difficult it becomes to hide her attraction to him. But a family crisis isn't exactly the ideal time to pursue a romance. Meanwhile, Kate learns that her uncle, imprisoned for murder, has escaped. Add to that a local stalker who won't leave her alone, and Kate is looking over her shoulder at every turn. With threats swirling from multiple directions, she wonders if her blueberry fields will ever flourish again, or if this twilight is her last. Set on the beautiful coast of Maine, Twilight at Blueberry Barrens brings together suspense, romance, and hope that one day new life will come again. I might save that for later. Let's see, that's 8 hours, and then how long is Miss Blueberry Muffin Murder? It's 9 hours. Okay, so kind of comparable. I think I'm going to be in the mood for a light, fluffy mystery, so I might go for Blueberry Muffin Murder, but the Blueberry Barrens one does sound interesting. But it's the Minnesota that tips it, because it's Jesse's stack of stack. Why do I keep saying stack? Jesse's deck of TBR, and I have to do Minnesota for Jesse. Do that one. And last one, Copycat, a book that matches your current outfit. So Royal Blue. What do you think? Should I finally finish To Sleep in a Sea of Stars? Is that my sign? This is my sign, because it has black and blue. That I should not be in the middle of the book for 4 months. So we're going to say To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I'm going to finish this behemoth of a book next month. It will happen. I will finish To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. There, it's done. So those are my 4 books. So I have, for the Toni Morrison card, Maya Angelou and her poems. For the Victor Lavelle card, I have the audiobook of The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. For telephone and the prompt word blueberry, I have Blueberry Muffin Murder. Very specific. For Blueberry Muffin Murder, thanks to Claretta for her prompt. and Copycat, a book that matches my current outfit, and I'm going to finish To Sleep in a Sea of Stars that I'm currently about halfway through. Maybe that doesn't count, but like I still have 400 pages to go. That's like its own book. So it's not like I'm choosing a light, easy read, but I do want to finish it because it is really good so far. And I just like, you know, my physical book reading is just really, really low during the semester, but I will get it done. So those are going to be my reads for April, or at least my TBR reads. And I'm going to say, like, also just the next ones I'll be reading for NetGalley, because I do post like over on my Instagram. Like, I know I haven't been doing as many book looks just because, again, they take so long in school, but I do post sort of abbreviated non-spoilery reviews with some edits over on my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, it is A Novel Beauty, just like my channel, and I just post fun little reviews about every book I read. Just to go really quickly through the NetGalley arcs that I'm going to be reading for April, at least that I'm hoping to get through for April, because I do also have those on my list. One that I've been on for the longest is definitely The Revelations by Eric Noel. And that was just very heady. It's like, because it's written by a neuroscientist. And even for someone who's in a field that's like adjacent to neuroscience, it's very, very heady and comes off a little pretentious, but I will make it through because apparently there's supposed to be a murder mystery in this book and we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't even gotten to the murder yet, so we'll see. Like, I really want to like it because, again, I was like, it's a neuroscience book written by a neuroscientist, and it's also like, but it's fiction, it's murder mystery, and yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to, oh, okay. So the next ones after that are, pull it up, I'm going to be reading The Place Beyond Her Dreams by Obi Aligwekwe. Hold on, I'm going to see how to pronounce it.
Today we have a special guest with us. Her name is Obi Aligwekwe. The author of Nufuru Skirt.
So I will be reading The Place Beyond Her Dreams by Obi Aligwekwe, and the synopsis for it: after the sudden death of her grandfather, Ona's pain drives her to mystical Luena, a place of infinite possibilities. There she discovers she is an Aerie, chosen to accomplish a special purpose on Earth, and is handed a box in exchange for what she desires the most. Burdened by her quest, Ona learns that dreams carry a hefty price and no one is who they seem. As evil looms, she must unmask the villain and save the ones she loves, even at the risk of losing everyone she holds dear. Set against the backdrop of two warring towns, The Place Beyond Her Dreams delivers life lessons using a powerful fable. This coming-of-age fantasy takes the reader on a path to self-discovery and demonstrates the transformation one must go through to realize and eventually occupy their purpose. So I'm really, really excited for that one. It's a fantasy, which obviously that's I love fantasy, obviously. And the next one that I will be finishing, because I kind of just go in order of the release date, and I'm behind a little bit because it's already out, I believe. Yeah, March 16th, I'm a little behind, but mid-semester. It gets ya. The next one I'm going to read is Please Come Off Book by Kevin Kantor. Please Come Off Book queers the theatrical canon we all grew up with. Kantor critiques the treatment of queer figures and imagines a braver and bolder future that allows queer voices the agency over their own stories. Drawing upon elements of the Aristotelian dramatic structure and the hero's journey, Please Come Off Book is both a love letter and a scathing critique of American culture and the lenses we choose to see ourselves through. So it says it's a poetry book, so I have my mental energy work cut out for me to read 2 poetry books this month, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to get into it. It'll be fun. I know I like Maya Angelou, and this sounds really interesting, especially because it's theater-based and all about that life. So those are my 2 goals. The next one, if I finish all of those, which that might be a tall order for the tail end of the semester, so I might just I'll just list the last one. If I somehow manage to make it through all of those, big if, but if I somehow manage to make it through all of those, the very last one I might read is All You Need Is Love, which is a middle grade. It is a heartfelt story about finding one's chosen family and discovering a love of baking, which is so cute. Honestly, that one just sounds really cute. And I mean, it sounds like it has some heartbreaking elements, but like in that like cutesy, whimsical middle grade way, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Thank you for joining me for this short little video. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. And if you want to, tell me what you're planning on reading for April. Are you planning on reading a lot? Are you not? If you are heading towards the end of your semester, I wish you the best of luck You've got this. You can do it. You will be amazing. You will get those term papers written. And I'm saying that as much for myself as I am for you. We'll get it done. We'll survive. It'll be okay. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for today. So stay magic, keep reading, and I love you all very much. Goodbye.